KRZ TV from many years ago. So we're going to continue in the same vein, and I'm going to get off here, and then after that I'm going to sign the petition for Andrew Ball.
Alex Ball.
Alex
Ball.
Alex. Oh, I'm sorry. And your name, sir?
Is Alex Ball, and I'm running for Justice of the Peace here in Pima County.
Well, that's wonderful. Let me show. There it is. Tell us some of your goals and how you got into politics so young.
Well, this is actually the first time I'm running for office. I've previously been working for the federal courts
I see.
for about the past 4 years after I graduated law school.
Okay.
And so I really enjoyed working for the courts and was looking to continue doing that and working for now the Pima County court system. And so some of the things that I'm going to try to fix is the systematic injustice that we have, as well as the over-incarceration problem here in Pima County.
I see. And what's this about Paula Abowd?
I'm running for the seat. Paula Abowd is currently the office holder, and she's Justice of the Peace. However, she's stepping down after this year.
I see.
And so it's going to be an open seat. So.
I see.
Yes.
Well, KRZ TV would like to show you, and thank you for giving us this little interview. And folks, sign your petition if you're a registered voter here in Arizona or in Pima County.
Yes.
So, well, thank you, Alexander Ball, for the Justice of the Peace.
Often there is a need for an impartial witness to show how the court treats individuals without attorneys.
Jail for ARS 12861, which is not a bookable offense. Nobody has ever been entered into the Pima County Jail with a charge that starts with a 12. This fucking computer doesn't even have a way to enter you in as under 12861 because you can't be taken to jail for that.
Courts in America are a religion.
Rule 3.6 and Rule 3.8 are sacred to the Pima County Attorney's Office. Yet when we look at Rule 3.8 of the MRPC,
there's not a single person. And then we're going to show how the only person in the history of the United States to ever be charged with the charges that I have right now is Lane Myers. There's not a single person in the history of the United States that's ever been charged in the manner I have.
Courts in America are a religion.
Arizona versus Lane Jeffrey Myers, CR 24013770. Record reflect the presence of Ms. Samantha Walker in person on behalf of the state. Present the defendant also in person out of custody, seated at the defense table. Is the time set for a status conference, but first we need to do a formal arraignment. So, sir, we can confirm we have your full correct legal name.
Yes,
first
sir.
name Lane, middle name Jeffrey, last name Myers, M-Y-E-R-S. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
If you could confirm your date of birth.
October 15th, 1982.
And an address at which you received mail.
I've been receiving mail at your mom's house.
Thank you. That's a house, no unit or apartment number?
House.
All right. We also have then an email address of...
It's going to be Mr. Harry Balzania at Gmail.
I've dedicated my life to the profane.
Any filings you send to this court may not contain profanity, insults to the court staff, or the opposing party, and no threats. If you can comply with those things, I will not strike your next filings.
so now the judge said I got to take my videos down. Well, I can't. I lost my password.
If you are going to include profanity in this courtroom, if you do it again,
It's time for courts to be fucking honorable.
all right. Rosa, how do I remove him? There you go.
Remove him.
He's out.
When a member of the public is forced to buy the law by securing the services of a lawyer that knows the secret language,
Individuals may bemoan the specialized development of legal terminology and jargon. It is better described as the language of the law. In this case, the state of Arizona has vowed that if the defendant is convicted, it will seek a criminal penalty that, as construed by the Arizona Supreme Court, will deprive defendants of their liberty.
doublespeak, neurolinguistic programming of words, and this has been secreted away from the average member of the public, or at the very least made difficult to use, then I have to say that the emperor has no clothes. Your black robe cannot hide that you're just a punk.
Interrupting, I'm going to hold you in direct contempt of court.
You don't scare me, bro. Let's do the hearing.
If you can't offer me accountability while you're demanding it from me.
Trying to video record. This man just pulled his phone out when there's signs all over the building when you walk in that say no video recording allowed. This man just pulled his camera out in this court and pointed it at us and recorded you at the bench right here without a notice, and then he said fuck you to these people and you haven't kicked them out yet.
There will be people that say that people should not be able to record in court.
So for these reasons, I would implore the court to not permit any kind of broadcast. And I would again ask if he is in fact live streaming and broadcasting this proceeding.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. Mr. Myers, if you want.
If the court has nothing to hide, however, if the court has nothing to fear concerning the discrepancies on the record, then there should be no reason that an individual recording would be prohibited.
Arguing over something that, why do I keep having to come in these hearings and tell them how the Supreme Court rule works? What is she afraid of?
Mr. Myers, this is
the truth?
Mr. Myers, this is the first court here.
If religion can issue directives based on whim, if gods can prescribe punishment without personal communication, if judges can demand honor and jail those who dare challenge them.
All right, I'm holding you in direct contempt of court this time. If you could take him into custody, I'm going to, in the interest of justice, I'm appointing you as Mr. William Parkin to represent you on your behalf, but I will set this in front of another judge for sentencing on the direct contempt.
How is this my court hearing? This was a setup.
If nations can require loyalty without reciprocity, if police can kill or injure without fear of accountability, if courts demand respect without giving it, if all of these things are sacred, then my mission in life is to embrace the profane. You have an external authority figure that cannot be questioned, challenged, or held accountable by those who stand in front of them. You have punishment for the sacrilege of daring to question the motives or actions of a judge. You have a court that holds out impartiality and integrity, and yet when a judge threatens a litigant with contempt, the court is the sole accuser and the sole adjudicator of that contempt, which is a plain conflict of interest and an unquestionable display of bias. Lawyers cannot point this out to their clients because to do so is a career suicide, and lawyers only care about the money when it all boils down to the concentrated facts. And lawyers only care about the money when it all boils down to the concentrated facts. Waiting for court recordings takes days, weeks, or even months sometimes. Some courts don't even have recordings, so there's no way to have a memory of what happened. It's time for judges to stop hiding behind the lies of your honor. I'll go a step further and say that a court that demands respect while giving none is a farce and has no honor. There will be people that say that people should not be able to record in court. If the court has nothing to hide, however, if the court has nothing to fear concerning the discrepancies on the record, then there should be no reason that an individual recording would be prohibited. I refuse to honor the allegation of honor while the black mass robe wearing punks abuse the litigants in front of them.
87K, we can get Brandon to do anything, just about anything. What do you think we can get him to do for 350K? I bet we could get him to kill this guy. I saw him arrest Lane Myers a few weeks ago. He was in here doing. Did you guys see that?
Only charges you can go to jail for are 13
Lane
and 14.
Myers was in here while everybody was applauding, and Lane Myers said, "Boo!" And then the mayor told the dog over there, what's his name, Brandon Williams, sicked the dog on him and said, "Go arrest him." And Brandon Williams did it, and good for them. You know, I don't think that we need to have people freely expressing themselves in these chambers. Am I right? I think these citizens need to shut the hell up, sit down, and do what they're goddamn told, right? And if not, Brandon Williams is going to come out and whoop that ass, boy.
And you see the world in black and white, cause and effect, call and response, attack and fight. The truth is chased like a wanted convict. Body and mind are in constant conflict. isolation makes it bearable. Only this leads to boredom, terrible loneliness. Too many predators, too many voices. No one knows what they want because there's too many choices. Follow the leader whether you like it or not. Are you groping blinded or are you open-minded? How do you see yourself from your side? How do you see yourself from your side? Pollution is your only other option besides the suicide solution.